Okay, I got an idea in my head the other day, and it just came in. I get ideas. I get ideas from time to time. Spike got an idea. Okay. It's this idea. There's these two sisters, and they're both in technology and stuff. One's into technology, does a lot of computer stuff, engineering stuff, and the other one is into theoretical energies and stuff. Their father had disappeared 20, 30 years ago, and so it was always kind of weird. Their mom didn't really explain too well because they were so young when it happened. But they start looking into his research and stuff, and what they find out is that they can actually reconstruct the tunnels he had originally constructed, and then they can go out and see if they can seek him out. So what they have to do, though, is one of them has to stay behind to guide the other one. So this is a remake of Quantum Leap. So his daughters, Faith and Hope, jump out into the time stream to try to. Hey,
really?
Come on, man! If you're gonna hit somebody over the head, take a good sized mallet. So you got to have faith. You got to have hope. Faith has hope. Hope has faith. So they go into the time stream, try to find him, and you go through the entire first season, and Faith winds up helping all these other people out. She's more of a jerk though, but she starts kind of mellowing out as the season progresses. And then the season finale, their mom finds out what they're doing, so she comes to the lab to try to get them to stop doing it because she's already lost her husband. She doesn't want to lose her two daughters. So she goes over there, and she knows that Hope is in the Al's broadcast booth. That's where Al, the old helper for Sam, was. She opens it up, and there's Sam. Hope and Faith found Sam, and Hope had to send him back. So now Hope and Faith are lost in the time stream, and Sam's back with his wife in order to try to. They wanted to give him back to their mom. They wanted to put their mom and dad back together. That's the end of season 1.
I like it.
And then in season 2, we get to meet Faith's boyfriend named Will, and he finds out what's going on with the two of them. So he's been harassing their mom all through season 1 because he wants to know where she went because he misses her and stuff, and she won't explain it. So now he comes in, he sees Sam and his wife together. I haven't got a name for her yet, probably May. And then so he sees Sam and May together, and he's like, "What's going on here? Who are you?" And Sam introduces himself, and he says, "I'm sorry, I gotta leave. I gotta get my girls back." And he's like, "Wait, you're Faith's dad?" "Yeah, and Hope's too." "Holy crap, here, what do I need to do? Let me help." And so they try to go back out into the time stream, but something's blocking them. And there's somebody from the future who's interfering with the time stream now so that Sam can't go back into the past. What they eventually Sam figures out is that since he can't go into the past to help the girls, if Will go in, take Al's role as their helper, and go in and try to help the two girls together, so he'll be trying to guide them back to Earth. Will can go into the past because whoever this is that's interfering doesn't know him. They know Sam. They know Sam and Al. So Sam goes into the future to find out who's messing with things, and that's season 2.
Wow.
And then in season 3, Sam finds out who's doing it. But there's nothing he can do to stop him because he's kind of like Al in the future. He can see things, he can talk, but he can't actually touch anything or have any. He's not he's not leaping anymore. He's kind of like a witness, like a ghost as he goes through the future because he doesn't exist yet.
Huh.
Because time is a circle. But anyway, there's a big long thing. Like I said, this whole thing popped in my head the other day, and I can't get rid of it. So
you gotta write it down, send it into networks.
Yeah, and get sued out of existence for violating their copyrights. I think that's Belisarius. I don't know who owns the rights to that one. I'm thinking it's Paramount. I'm not sure.
Well, hell, find out and send an email. Be like, "Hey, I have this idea."
I don't want to do fan fiction like the rest of Hollywood is doing right now. You realize that's the real problem?
Oh, I know.
Hollywood is all fan fiction now. That's why nobody has original ideas, because one, Hollywood doesn't want to take a risk on any new ideas, and two, they're all fan fiction writers. They've been so busy writing other people's stuff, they don't know how to create their own. So I don't want to. I don't want to do a Quantum Leap reboot. I want to throw the idea out there. Somebody else can do it.
I cannot remember.
And cut me a check. That would be nice. But anyway.
I'm trying to remember how Quantum Leap ended. Didn't Sam Sam sacrificed himself to take Al's place, and Al got to live his life with his wife, girlfriend?
That's not how it ended.
I thought that's how it ended.
No, that's not how it ended, because they didn't know whether they would be renewed for another season or not, and it turned out NBC didn't renew them. So the executive producer got on and did a voiceover in the last 5 seconds, the last episode, saying Sam never came home. Now the future guy's name, his name was Griff. Kind of like grief, but Griff. In my idea, it was Griff who said Sam never came home. Because whoever's witnessing this, Griff is trying to throw them off the set.
So you're trying to tie it all in.
Yeah, I'm trying to tie this into the old one.
Because now, the person who's trying to mess up the past, in the original series, didn't he... for some reason, I want to say he took on the devil, but maybe it wasn't the devil. Because
I don't know. I never watched enough episodes to care.
3 or 4 episodes that went on to where there was something stopping him, but it was like taking place of... Like, it was getting mad because he was messing things up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like...
I don't know. I'm going to have to dig through old episodes of Quantum Leap to see if I can find it.
Quantum Leap's a good show, by the way.
That actually sounds more like Sliders than it does
No, this actually happened.
Although that would be an excellent crossover, too. Quantum Leap and Sliders, that would be hilarious.
Well, that would be something.
John Rhys Davies is still around. So is Crying Man. They're both still up for the remake, apparently. They're talking about redoing it, but
we'll see.
We'll see what happens.